Welcome to The Explainer. You know, when you look around at the world today with all its converging crises, it's a lot. It's easy to feel pretty overwhelmed. But what if one of the most powerful sources of hope we have was already right here, just waiting to be nurtured? Today, we're going to dive into a global spiritual effort, one rooted in the Baha'i faith that has this incredible view of youth. It sees them not as a generation adrift, but as the protagonists in the story of building a better world. We'll explore how this vision is actually helping them build that future, right here and now. So, here's our roadmap for today. We're going to start by getting real about the challenges youth are up against. Then, we'll shift to a vision of hope, a completely different way of seeing things. We'll get into the specific, practical programs that are bringing that vision to life, and finally see how it's all coming together to shape a future led by these amazing young people. All right, so first up, a world of challenges. And really, to get why this movement is so powerful, we have to start by being honest about the world our young people are inheriting. I mean, it's a truly bewildering time to be growing up, isn't it? And just look at this landscape. It's a lot to navigate. You have the huge existential threat of climate change hanging over everything. Then there are the more personal, day-to-day struggles, the constant push of materialism, the very real crisis in youth mental health, and all the pressures that come with social media, AI, and just being online 24/7. The thing is, these aren't isolated problems, are they? They're all tangled together. And for a young person trying to find their footing, it can feel like they're searching for some solid ground, some real purpose. Okay, so that's the reality. But here's where the story takes a powerful turn. Section 2, a vision of hope. Instead of getting bogged down by the problems, the Baha'i community turns its focus towards the youth and sees something else entirely, the most powerful engine for social transformation. The whole idea is built on this core belief that this generation holds the spiritual and moral capacity to renew the world. And this vision is captured so beautifully in this quote from baha'u'llah. They have no ambition except to revive the world, to ennoble its life and regenerate its peoples. Wow, I mean, that's not just a nice, hopeful sentiment, is it? It completely reframes how we see young people. They're not a problem that needs to be fixed. They're the main characters of their own story. And deep down, their ambition is to build a better world. That one idea, that's the spiritual bedrock for everything we're about to talk about. So you might be asking, okay, that's a beautiful vision, but how do you actually do that? How do you take a spiritual conviction and turn it into a real global movement? Well, let's get into it. Section 3, empowering the next generation. It all starts with a systematic process of building capacity, mainly through two key educational initiatives that are designed to work together. Okay, so on one hand, you have the Training Institute. This is where individuals, including youth themselves, study spiritual principles, and more importantly, learn how to put them into action to serve their communities. This creates this amazing pool of mentors, and that leads directly to the second key initiative, the Junior Youth Spiritual Empowerment Program, which is designed for a really crucial and receptive stage of life. So let's talk about who these junior youth are. We're talking about that age group from about 12 to 15. And, society often has a certain view of this age group, right? Sometimes seen as difficult or self-absorbed. But what the Baha'i community has found time and time again is that these young people have an immense capacity for altruism, a sharp sense of justice, and a genuine desire to make the world better. The whole program is designed to tap into and nurture those exact qualities. And here's what's really unique. These groups are not led in a traditional top-down way. They're guided by what are called animators. And get this, the animators are often young people themselves, just a bit older, who have gone through the Training Institute. Their role isn't to lecture, it's to be a friend and mentor, to walk alongside the junior youth, helping them analyze the world around them and develop their own powers of expression. And the reach of this program, it's just incredible. We're talking about more than 170 countries. This is not some small, isolated pilot project. It's a truly global phenomenon, taking root in bustling cities and quiet rural villages alike. It's a powerful testament to how much this approach resonates with people everywhere. And the scale is just remarkable. As you can see, there are over 255,000 junior youth currently participating. guided by over 154,000 trained animators. Just think about that dynamic for a second. A wave of empowered youth helping to empower the next wave. And with an estimated 1 million people having now gone through at least one of the texts, this isn't just a number. It's a vast and growing reservoir of capacity and experience across the planet. You know, this approach really resonates far beyond the Baha'i community. Back in 2010, the Universal House of Justice noted that the demand for the program from schools and civic leaders was so high that it was often greater than the community's ability to respond. Think about that. That's external validation. Principals and community leaders saying, we see the value in this. We want this for our kids. So this spiritual and moral empowerment isn't meant to just be an internal feeling. The whole point is for it to flow outwards into meaningful action that helps transform the life of the community. So let's see how that connection is made. Next up, from principles to action. This bridge from principle to action is often built through a program called Preparation for Social Action, or PSA. And its genius lies in how it blends two things together. It equips youth with practical scientific knowledge in fields like public health, agriculture, or education, and helps them apply it through the lens of spiritual principles to address the real-world needs of their own communities. And programs this effective don't just appear overnight. This timeline shows that PAS has deep roots. It grew out of an action research project way back in the 1970s in Colombia with an organization called Fundec. They developed a curriculum so successful that its students began achieving top marks on state exams. It was this proven grassroots experience that was then adapted into the flexible PAS program that's now used all over the world. Then, in 2013, something happened that acted as a global catalyst. The Universal House of Justice called for a series of youth conferences around the globe. They initially planned for 95, but the response was so immense that they had to add nearly 20 more. In just a few months, over 80,000 young people came together to consult on their role in building a better world. That just unleashed a wave of energy and purpose that is still being felt today. So when we step back and view all of these initiatives together, the Training Institute, the Junior Youth Program, PSA, what emerges is a picture of a global, coherent effort. We're looking at a future led by youth. These programs are cultivating a generation of young people prepared to be at the forefront of social change, equipped with both spiritual insight and practical skills. And there's another vital piece to this puzzle, especially for those in university. The Institute for Studies in Global Prosperity, or ISGP, offers seminars that help students answer that huge question. How can my career be a path of service? It helps them see how their academic fields can contribute to building a better world and how the spiritual and material aspects of their lives can actually work together in harmony. So when you look across all these programs, you see they are not just teaching subjects. They are building core human capacities. The ability to investigate reality for yourself, to consult meaningfully with others, to find unified solutions, to express complex ideas with clarity, and most importantly, to translate noble thoughts into practical, selfless service. These are the essential tools needed not just to navigate a complex world, but to build a new one. In the end, this entire global effort is animated by a profound and confident hope. The Universal House of Justice, ever confident in the power of youth, looks to them to expand the horizons of what the Baha'i community can accomplish. It's an invitation to this generation to navigate the turbulence of our age and, in doing so, to help build a more just and unified world for everyone. And it leaves us with a question, doesn't it? What could our world look like if every young person was given the tools and the confidence to believe they could change it? Thank you so much for joining me on this exploration. This story is unfolding every single day in thousands of communities around the world. If you'd like to explore more topics like this one, please do hit that subscribe button to get alerts on new explainers. We'd love to have you with us.